Hello, 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 hello. Happy Friday. Today's been a day. I was on vacation all week. I got back today. Got up at 5:30 in the morning, drove home, cut the grass, took care of the kids, unpacked, came here. Stream stuff being weird. Anyway, we made it. We made it. Well, as you can see, Cyclopes. But not just Cyclopes tonight. We have a special guest. We have Mark from Mark's Basement Arcade. Maybe the back's probably bigger.
Yes.
Oh, there you go.
Back's bigger.
So you can follow Mark on YouTube at Mark's Basement Arcade, or you can watch Mark live on Sundays at, was it 2 Central?
2 Central.
2 p.m. Central on TVMGC on Twitch. Mark knows lots and lots about EMs, EM repair, that kind of stuff. So he is a really good resource, and we're happy to know him and have him local to us. We're spoiled like that.
I'm spoiled like that. I get other cool people I get to hang out with.
That's right. That's right. So Dave just put a link in chat to a tutorial to this game from Roger Sharp himself that Dave and I had the pleasure of enjoying at Expo 2019, where Dave brought 2 games to Expo. I brought the streaming equipment, and we streamed kind of in the main hallway outside the halls. And fortunately for us, Roger Sharp was walking by, saw it.
It's like, hey, that's my game.
Yeah, he's like, I made that game. And then he was gracious enough to spend about 2 hours, I'd say, in total.
Yeah, he spent a long... So we only did a snapshot of that. And that video is basically my edited version of what we had with him. And so... basically, I wanted to clean it up. Actually, Roger asked me, 2 weeks ago now? He actually contacted me and said he wanted that video for whatever reason.
Posterity.
Yeah, well, hopefully it's for his, like, documentary or something. I heard they're doing something on him.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe he wanted to get some clips from it or something, which would be super cool. He didn't tell me, and I didn't really care to ask, but I said, well, let me clean it up a little bit. And so I did it real quick. And
I would love to reshoot that with him with the camera equipment we have now, because the lighting in that hallway at the time, if you click the link and look at that clip, and we'll have Dave put that in several times throughout the night so people can keep clicking on it if they come in later.
Well, and it's noisy at a show. You got people walking by.
It's not a controlled environment like this.
Right. So it's hard to capture everything. But it is a super cool thing, and it's a game that you don't see very often. And to get the designer...
Oh my goodness, Attack, 7 months. Thank you so much. You spoil us.
To get the designer of the game to talk about the rules and the shots and the layout is super cool. So anyway,
and I also want to point out Designer 88, thank you so much for the follow. Greatly appreciate that.
Hello.
Well, do you want to go to the flyover since you're the most
I can, but I think it would be good for people to just watch the video. But yeah, real quick, the basis of this is it's a lot of drop targets, and that's how you get multi-ball started. So I think you can have something in the settings, but basically you hit down a set of the drop target banks, and each bank has stand-ups behind them, so it's not just 4 targets, it's 8. And so when the drop targets are hit down, then the inserts light for those arrows, and then you have to hit all 4 of the arrows to get the drop targets to pop back up again, and that goes for both banks. But when you hit down one of them, it will, I think it's one or both. It will light the lock, which is the left spinner orbit shot, and there's a lock up at the top right. And basically it'll kick out another ball, and as soon as there's a switch hit, it will start the 2-ball multi-ball, in which case there will be 2 times playfield scoring for everything, so it's to your advantage to stay alive during that. When you hit down all of the drops and all of the stand-ups, it will light the increased monster bonus in the center, which is the deadly shot, and that's your monster bonus to the side here. You do have a captive ball up at the top, and that's it's just an increment of 100,000. 100,000, 170. No, wait, I'm sorry. 25,000, 50,000, 75, and 100,000, and then the last one is extra ball. Trying to think what else. I think that's the basic gist of it. There is, when you do get extra ball lit, it will rove around, which is computer controlled, so you kind of have to time your shot for one of the many shots there. So I think that's about it. Ready?
All right. Do it.
All right.
I like that heartbeat.
Right, and then the heartbeat for the background noise, it progressively gets louder as you progress and score.
Man, you got screwed.
Well, it wasn't the lock wasn't lit quite yet.
But
so
still, like, that's just still great.
it's kind of a tighter shot, that spinner.
This game made me a much, much better dead bouncer, because you can't post pass
Right.
on the left side.
You don't necessarily want to flail away too much, because that pop bumper down in the left for the slingshot, it just like that, it goes, it can be deadly. So
that is how that goes. Yeah, you're already back up. So I would say, and you can correct me if I'm wrong, Dave, as far as game plan goes, primarily the games that are sought after are this and Andromeda.
yeah, I would say so. There's, well, that and Loch Ness Monster, but they only made like one of those.
Oh, and perhaps Global Warfare, which is another
Right.
Roger Sharp game.
Which he has in his collection was a wide body, which I think there was only like 10 of them made.
Yeah, it was something very small like that.
There it is. Look at that.
Nice.
So I hit down the drops, and it so inside the cabinet, what you're hearing, that is an actual school bell. And I know this because when I bought this game, it was missing, and I had to find a replacement. Luckily, there's Internet Pinball Database, and I could make out the stamping on the metal, and so I looked up that brand, and I found the exact bell, and it was a school bell. So it's something that I think Williams did something like that with what was it? Didn't Black Knight, Jungle Lord have well, that was short-lived.
But
yeah, they did some.
Check your laundry, it's done. I know.
Taxi had a bell in it too.
Yep.
Taxi had one?
Yes.
Yeah, so those, just like putting some neat sound effects in there.
I know Miami Redskin on Pinside kind of did a semi-best offer for a Global Warfare within the last month.
Yeah. I remember he had that a while back.
Yeah, Space Shuttle, Jungle Lord.
I love that bell though. That's when they put it in the game.
Let's
It's
see.
just, it's unexpected.
Yeah. Well, another neat thing on this, let me go here. Another neat thing on this is similar to the Zaccaria games. There's a bonus round. I think Williams had that too on like the Pharaoh Black Knight.
Dude, you rock it.
Jungle
Thank you
Lord.
so much for the subscription. 10 months in a row. Greatly appreciate it.
They had something like that where it was a bonus round. So at the end of this, there's always going to be a bonus round. So whoever has the high score from this game will play that. And it's just a thing to score some extra points. I asked him the video, or no, maybe it wasn't in the video. I asked him after the video, is there any way to shut that off? He's like, no. Okay, thanks.
Nice. You know, when I first met Dave, he brought this to my house.
Oh, get in the.
Oh no!
Uh-oh. I might tilt it.
Oh,
It
hamburgers.
creeped in there. Come on. There it goes. No
Dave's
lock.
like, this is like the greatest early solid state game you'll ever play. And I was like, I mean, I've seen it, but it's weird. So I don't know if I agree with that. And then I played it a lot when he left it at my house for a few months. And I was like, yeah, I think you're right now. After playing it enough, it's pretty fun.
Yeah, it's just too bad that
Hey,
you know,
Dalton, how's it going? Good to see you.
towards the end of the production or of Game Plan's company, and so you know, not many of them got made and or sold, or so it just didn't see the popularity that it could have.
Yeah, Attack, the spinner sound is awesome.
Yeah, I like that. That spinner. Yeah.
You can't tell, but when you hit the spinner, it goes from being eye open to eye closed, like it's blinking. It's pretty cool. I don't know if you can tell. Nah, the angle's not that great.
I had to make those too. So
it's not original?
well,
Oh, get it out of here.
well, it's basically. So I reproduced the drop target decals, the stand up decals, the spinners, so I put it on like those things where they say like post your custom cards here, for the apron cards. Well, I do a step further and I made the decals for everything else and posted it in there so they're the right size. So if you have basically you can
Oh, so close.
you can laminate them. So that's me. So it's gonna give
Bonus round.
it's gonna give an unlimited multi-ball and it'll for 60 seconds. As soon as I hit a switch hit here.
Dalton says this game almost made it in the North American Championship in 2020. Yeah, the Sharps like this game a lot, and I think it's not just because their dad made it. It really is a great game. I thoroughly enjoy it. If one came up for sale, I would not hesitate trying to get it. Even though there's one down the street right here.
Well, it'd be crazy expensive now. I think enough people know what it is.
Dave, you can't put a price on phone. Right. You didn't match.
Oh well. But yeah, what I was saying was I made all the decals for the drops and the stand-ups, everything else, and then I put it all on one sheet. So for all the, 10 people that have this game, they could print it out and have cards and everything. So
Board Dog says they should vault this so we can all have one. I agree. Someone get Haggis and tell him to have this jump the line. Quit wasting time on Fathoms.
I talk to Roger every Monday.
Oh, so special, Dave.
She's on your speed dial.
No, joins our meetings, and it's been kind of, loosely talked about, joked about, I guess, of, Cyclopes Part 2, and he's talked about it, like, I don't know about seriously or what. Who knows? I mean,
Dalton says they love the old Stern lineup behind us.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah, Dave's got some more that are very awesome. He's got to work on.
Yeah, I
like
just don't...
Gamatron and.
Forgot about that little flipper up on top.
Oh yeah. But yeah, I don't know. I mean, it's a cool, mythological theme, but it's not a movie. It's not,
as far as
TV
like
show.
for doing a remake, you mean? Or what do you mean?
As far as like themes today,
Mm-hmm.
So that's what you're going to be going up against. And for the casual pinball player, it's kind of like it would be very similar to like the Fathom remake.
Mm-hmm.
I think it would sell though. I totally think it would sell good.
Yeah, I think it would sell to
pinball collectors.
Yeah. I don't know what the volume you'll get, but you definitely move some.
Yeah.
Well, for the people that, the people that want this game, but there's just not enough of them going
Or like
around.
Pinball 777. Thank you so much for the follow. Good to see you. Hope you're having a fantastic Friday.
And so speaking of game plan games, and we mentioned Global Warfare and Loch Ness Monster. Those are two games that really didn't see much of the light of day. If they're any fun at all, I mean, those would be
Just playing a little Cyclops. So is correct me if I'm wrong, Dave.
Why do I do
you
that?
know more than I do about this, but isn't this Roger Sharp's only produced game that he solely did by himself?
Yeah. Yep. He's had a hand in several games, whether he's credited or not. But he's been in the pinball industry for a very, very long time, and worked with several different companies to help with their products. So Roger pretty much knows everything that's going on with every company.
Yeah, speaking of Oktoberfest, I just sold mine. I sold mine a week ago today, actually.
Yeah, nice guy from Michigan, right?
Yeah, a guy from
Is it me?
It is you. Just north of Detroit. Drove out and picked it up last Friday. So my Oktoberfest is gone. And replacing it is, as of today, a P3. I paid my deposit, so I will be getting a P3 and hopefully 4 to 6 weeks, Gary had told me, so.
So, how does that work with you just pick a module that you want it to come with?
So you pay your deposit, and then they email you to say that it's confirmed, and then they say, they kind of tell you all the information, like it's probably going to be 4 to 6 weeks.
Yeah.
Let us know how many modules you want, whether it's 1, 2, 3, 4, whatever, and then that way they get everything all ready to go, so when they ship it, it all comes at one time.
So you just what modules you're gonna get?
So I am going to get Heist, and I'm going to get Cosmic Kart Racing, and then I should have enough money, hopefully, to get the next module coming out, which they make it sound like very soon, which is supposed to be a themed license. I mean, a licensed theme, rather. I said it backwards.
Yeah.
Ooh, nice. Until that happens. So, but I'd also, the good thing about getting Heist and getting Cosmic Kart Racing is I can also get both of the Nick Baldridge games that he made. So I can get Ranger in the Ruins and the game he just announced today, Silver Falls, I believe it's called, which is a new game that uses the Heist module. So,
Need to keep something. I don't know.
hang on, let's take care of this. Goodbye.
Some troublemakers.
Yeah, they changed all this. Yeah, sorry, Novad. You're not gonna get famous. We're not gonna get famous. Don't believe the hype. Dalton, so I did really like my Oktoberfest. I want to be perfectly clear about that. I didn't buy it because I did not like it. But I really wanted to get a P3. And for anyone who does not know, Dave has an Oktoberfest and a Hot Wheels and a Houdini, because Dave, if you do not know, is the tech service manager for American Pinball. So I can come down the street and drive and play Oktoberfest. So it kind of was like, that's an easy one to let go.
It's kind of, I already got one here, so rather than having duplicates, it probably is the easiest one to...
Dalton, thank you so much for the bits. Greatly appreciate that.
Oh, look at that.
That's a super skill shot.
Right. That's like the only other way that you can get the lock. Rather than hitting the left orbit, that's the only other way that you can get it. And
No, I
not,
already lost it.
It's not consistent. You have to get a good bounce off of it.
Come on.
Yes, Board Dog. The next title is coming very soon. Parts are coming in.
No.
I need to finish up the manual. So
Well, since we're on the topic, what is it?
What is the title?
I mean, it just seems like it's just a total shoo-in to ask the question.
Well, I can tell you that some people have already guessed it. Some people, that's who's three?
Well, that's you.
That's you.
Oh.
You got to
Give us a hint.
rub it in an extra score.
All right.
That's just like to punish the two losers, you know.
Yeah.
It's like, look what I'm going to do even more now to you guys.
Yeah. Well, I don't know.
Oh, I got a plunge.
Oh, that's cool sound.
I don't mean to brag here, but I will.
Yeah.
I know, Board Dog. It's. I think if you're following the threads enough, you could probably put the pieces together and know.
No, he's lying. No one knows anything.
what? I
Warlock
think
Pinball says, give us a hint. Is it Valhalla?
I think people will be pleasantly surprised when they.
Lord
see
Dog
it.
says that no one will tell if you tell everybody.
Oh, look at that!
Lucky.
Oh, the lock wasn't lit. Cyclopes 2.
But for the record, I did not sell my Oktoberfest because I hated it. It just made the most sense if I wanted to get a P3 to let that one go, since I can literally drive down the street and keep playing one. So.
No, there's actually a pretty good cult following with Oktoberfest.
Well, it sold in less than an hour.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
I mean, I put it up on Pinside, and I had 2 people message me, and one guy was trying to trade me a Houdini. I was like, I just told you, I don't want any American pinball game because I can drive down the street to play one. So the other guy literally was like, all right, done, I'll take it. So.
I think that, think of our following. There's, not that everybody likes every game. There are some people that have all the AP games. It's, it's kind of like a...
Wrong flipper.
It's an alternative,
No, Board Dog, I'm not going to redo Fishtails, although I should. That way I can make Dave play it.
Ugh. I will not. Get Banjo.
It is annoying. I mean, I'm sure there's been deals that have been made where someone wanted to sell a game outright, and someone actually wanted to trade something that the person wanted. It just seems so not of a common thing.
Yeah, that almost never happens with trades. Like, oh, you have the exact game that I want
in the condition I want,
right?
And like it's just gonna work out perfect.
No, it almost never happens. It's so much easier to just sell it.
Dude, your Rocket says we should make Biclops.
Right?
Nice.
So it's just a guy with regular 2 eyes then,
It's 2 eyes, but the wizard mode is he gets glasses or a monocle. I'm too old and slow.
I had no chance at that one. It's always great when you play a game and
Warlock
you don't even get to
asks,
hit your
is there
flipper.
still Oktoberfest new in box?
Are there still?
Yes.
There might be some distributors, but it might be hard to find right now. I can tell you that we have none at the factory. So you might have to call around if you're looking for a brand new.
Thank you, Attack.
And I know that we have some back order for people that want it. So I think it's gotten quite a bit of that and Houdini have gotten some code updates not too long ago that have revitalized.
The guy that bought my Oktoberfest, he's like, I've been looking for one for a while. He goes, but every time they pop up, they sell right away. And there was one for sale, I think, in Kansas. He's like, I don't want to make the drive, and he's like, you were only 5.5 hours away, so that's kind of why it worked out.
Well, and you got to think, like, most of them, they're in homes.
Yeah.
So if you can find a used one, and save some money, it's going to be home use only.
Warlock Pinball asks if they're going to make more Oktoberfests.
I think so. I don't know when, but
Depending on what's on the line.
right. So I know that we had just done a run of Houdinis, and then the next plan I think was to run. I'm not fully connected to production, so don't quote me on this. But they might be running.
Call your local distributor.
Right. They might be running.
I don't work for American Pinball.
They might be running a few more Hot Wheels and then the next, depending on what's ready to go at the time. Like what parts we have.
If I can get it.
So obviously,
Well done.
if not everything's in and ready to go, we're gonna
You're still racking up points though. Board Dog says, is there still demand for Houdini new in box?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
He said yes, if you didn't hear. Well, I remember a while back, they said they were going to end the run, and then I think that was right before the lockdown started happening, and then I think demand spiked again, it seemed like.
Well, yeah, because Josh came out with another code update that, like, further expanded the game.
Oh yeah, I'm killing it.
No, Warlock Pinball, you are absolutely right. He said his only gripe is the long load time.
Well, yeah, and
That was a hell of a ball.
Yeah,
That's
it
part of
was.
the-
I'm surprised myself on that one.
it's part of the operating system. So
If you want all that sweet Kugler goodness, you gotta wait.
well, they've done some things to improve it, but it's not as fast as Hot Wheels is. And
Board Dog says don't turn the game off. Never turn the game off.
Yeah.
There you go. There you go.
The funny thing is that when the guy that bought my Oktoberfest, because he saw the pictures obviously that I posted. He's like, oh, is the game in a basement? I said, I got an Escalar, don't worry about it. He goes, okay, good.
Oh, so
Double.
14 seconds.
Nice. Oh boy. Nice.
Does that mean you hit the jackpot?
Yeah.
Starts spitting out quarters.
Call the pit boss!
I gotta take a picture of my high score.
Do it.
I gotta add that to
Put it
my.
on Pin to Go.
Yep. I stick with you that one.
Nice.
There we go. Did I get it? 656, 800. Yep. I'll put it on that Pendigo.
Nice.
So this past week was the excitement, for me anyway, and it still is, like trying to upgrade our camper. We've been doing that. We almost had one in Brookfield, but
The beer's upstairs.
it was this close. Missed out on it.
Yeah.
I had the better offer in. For some reason, the guy doesn't like money. And he's like, I gotta give it to the first guy that I had a handshake agreement with and no deposit. I'm like, who cares about that guy? He gave you no money. And he's like, he's not even calling you back.
I got sweet moolah in my hand, son.
I know. So
I always tell people it's not sold unless I get a deposit. If I don't have a deposit, it's not sold.
that's what
yet.
I'm saying.
Yeah.
It's like the guy gave you zero
Warlock
money.
loves your shirt, by the way.
Yeah.
Oh, thanks. Yeah, the guy gave him zero money, and I'm like, well, what are you holding it for? It's like I'm offering you
Borg Dog, I like the way you think.
more money and you won't take it.
Oh wow. There was a lot of discussion this last week while I was in the North Woods fishing and doing not much else about
Almost.
upgrading what we have,
What?
where we stay,
Huh?
the place we stay at.
Oh. found another one. I want a specific camper. There's a model that we're looking for.
It has dog bunks?
Yes.
I knew it! I knew it!
Well, they're bunks. There's some bunks in it. But anyway. So now, instead of it being only 45 minutes away, the next closest one that I found is like 5 hours away. So, not ideal.
Well, but if it's the right deal, it's not, I mean, I'm not saying 5 hours is nothing, but...
No.
Oh, that was my fault. That was my fault.
So, yeah, I don't know.
I think the Cyclops likes me.
Warlock says, I mean, that's pretty rare that he's sticking to a handshake, though. That is integrity, as they say. Ugh.
But I wanted to
Dave
have...
hates integrity! Can't you be a slime ball? Lovely chair. Thank you so much for the bits. Greatly, greatly appreciate it, as always. Yeah, this game is awesome. It's so off the wall.
Yeah.
Lord Dog says if it was a pin, you do that in 5 hours in a heartbeat. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I would do like 15. That's my max.
It's still, yeah. Five is, that's a haul for anything.
I went to Iowa for my Gulfstream.
Yeah.
Yeah. Bum nowhere middle Iowa.
Mm-hmm.
Just cornfield after cornfield.
Oh yeah, I've done that several times.
Yeah.
Well, that was back when I lived in Minnesota, so it was no big deal. It's a lot more of a haul from here now. But sometimes that's where I found a lot of the deals, and it's because of the fact that you're willing to
Go out of the way.
yeah, go out of the way, make the trek to some place that others wouldn't.
Lord Dog says his longest drive was 10 hours each way for a pin, so now you gotta tell us what it was.
Oh,
That's wild.
yeah, that's long. I don't think I've done a 10-hour each way. I think the most I've done is like 7.5, something like that.
That font reminds me of Monsters Inc. No.
It says
It
countdown.
totally reminds me of Monsters Inc.
Yeah.
Wildly Chair says he's done a 1 month.
1 month.
Pin was broken. Kirk Hobbs says it certainly was not for Spy Hunter. You know, so that free Spy Hunter did not come without its own struggles. It was winter. We had to go out the back door because the house it was in was added onto, and where the front door used to be on the original home was like the opening to the new living room, and the opening was not big enough to get the pin in to go out the front door. So I got it up the stairs, and I was like, oh my gosh, I can't get out of the freaking room. So like, all right, we'll go out the back door, which of course, it was just all snow and crap. And it was a sliding door, and the door didn't open far enough, so we had to go outside and take out the bolts where the stops were, the rubber stops, so that the door would slide open the extra 2 inches to just scrape it through the opening, and then put everything back, and then we coffin carried it to the car because it was in the snow. Like, oh, it was...
And then you had to fix
The things I do for free games.
Well,
Yeah. I would have did
and then
that.
the rectifier board.
And then we got it home, and Dave came over, and there was fire and smoke, and
we roasted marshmallows.
yeah, it tasted like that electric melting taste, like,
Right.
But you know, it was worth it. Good to see you, Kirk Hobbs. That's right, Robbly Chair. At least it was a Spy Hunter, not some like sought-after gem. But as they say, beauty is in the eye of the beholder. Cyclopes. Board Dog says I mentioned it was 10 hours away and minus 20-degree winter temps in Montana. Loading a pin by yourself, that cold, you move real fast. I can. So, like, were your fingers, like, going numb and turning white? Or it, like, burns because it's so cold? That's, like, the worst. It's right while we share. That's what people always say. Can't I have more ways to drain unfairly? I want a challenge.
I like this game. It likes me, I think.
Should we show them that special thing?
Oh, sure. Do the... So, well, you did it. I'm not going to talk about it. You talk about it.
Well, I think we'll have to...
Cue it up.
Where's our mic at? Is it this Yeti?
Yeah.
That's us. Okay. Okay. So a special project that I worked on with our friend Glenn Wechter. I'm sorry. I can never say it right. He is a talented musician. I am a hack. To the left of us that you can't see.
C&K. You're welcome, C&K.
I've been a drummer for many years, and I kind of dusted off my electric drums and did a song with him. So I thought I would share this with you guys, and well, here we go.
Hey, wish they never met you, but something had to change. What they thought was immoral just had to be rearranged. They thought that your group of outlaws paid for dollar bills. For most part they're right, but this sharpshooter had the skills. That's why I say, Roger, nice shot. On a good shot, man. That's why I say, Roger, nice shot. The future is in your hands. Hey, Raj, he has to plunge. Hey, Raj, right now you're gonna hit your shot. Now that the judge saw and the courthouse is cleared, pinheads can gather to play Baracora and no fear. You fight because you were right, but how could you be wrong? The shot that saved pinball would someday be a parody song. That's why I say, Roger, nice shot. On a skill shot, man. That day the plunge was in your hand. It was a surefire plan. Hey, Raj, ye had to plunge. Hey, Raj, back then you went and hit your shot. I wish I could have been there. 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 It's a nice shot, Roger Sharp.
All right, and we're back.
How was the sound? Was it too loud? Too quiet? Did you hear it?
Yeah, hopefully you heard it.
Awesome. Good. Yeah, Dave and Glenn did all that. And it's a fitting ode to Roger as we're playing the very game he made.
Well, and I sent him that just out of... So he sent me a message asking about the video, which I'll post that link again in a second here, of him doing the tutorial from Expo 2019. And so I responded back, and then I sent him a link of that song, and he's like, what the heck is this?
Okay, creepy.
No, he's like, that was awesome. It's like, it put a smile on my face, is what he said. So.
Hey, Marlon, how's it going?
Very much by surprise. So, anyway, hopefully you enjoyed that. It took us a while to do such a thing. But Glenn is the talented artist. I'm just the drummer. But I did have to learn how to do somewhat of a train beat.
Kirk Hodge says, insert creepy stalker music.
No, that was all his.
Floppy Chair says, so no restraining order? Cool, that's not easy, trust me.
No, so it wasn't even my, like, all the lyrics, everything, that's all Glenn's brainchild of doing it was like, he does parody stuff, so the whole idea was 9 Inch Nails, Nice Shot Man, and then it was also, he was going for like a sort of a oh brother where art thou feel to it, bluegrass. And I've never played bluegrass before, and I was researching, like...
Borg Dog says, if they were stalkers, I'm sure they have cool shirts that go with the game, too.
Right.
No, would have worn those shirts.
Right, well, and he now has that shirt, too, so he probably thinks I'm, like, a super weirdo. It's like, because
I've only done your garbage once, Roger, all right?
No, Borg Dog, I sent his son, it was...
hey, Nap Arcade, good to see you, man.
It was, not Zach, Josh. I sent Josh Sharp the shirt, design, and he, like, it was an insta-buy. It's like, done. It's like, this is gonna be, like, the greatest Father's Day present ever. So, yeah. So Roger now has your shirt.
Wobbly Chair, thank you for spreading the good news of Roger Sharp and pinball. I guess the trick is to not let them walk away if they try. You ain't going nowhere. You're gonna hear this. This is history.
That's a killer first fall.
Yeah, that was not bad.
What was neat when I was researching, like, the bluegrass genre to learn how to play, I came across a guy named Dax Shepard, and he...
Yeah, he's an actor.
Is he?
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah.
Maybe same name?
Well, the only Dax Shepard I know is an actor.
Well, anyway, this guy's a bluegrass drummer, and
Google that.
I found his a few YouTube videos that he had, and
Are you sure it's Dax, not like...
Yeah. Anyway,
oh, episode of Lazarus.
in the background of one of his videos was a firepower. I was like, oh, it's great. This is a great inspiration. I think I might have sent you a thing to us.
You did, and I commented, and he commented back.
Yeah.
I don't think it's Dax Shepard, though.
Yeah.
I'll have to look it up. I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, he had some really... He's much better at bluegrass than I am.
Kirk Kirkhoff says, now if you could redo the film clip in a hot tub with G-strings and full production, then you might see sales go through the roof from 0 to 10 scale. 0 to 10 full increase. I would buy 9. Yeah, the actor is married to Kristen Bell.
Yeah, it says.
Maybe it's no Dax Hunter. I think that's what it is. I'll look at when I'll see if I can find it. But he's a pretty dang good drummer. Ooh. Got one more drop up top.
Zac Efron, get warmer.
There's two more.
Seeing Kids, I can't remember which song, but there's a Jethro Tull song where they play instead of a game.
Oh, come on!
Well, don't feel too bad. You're still beating us mercilessly.
Yeah. I got 8960. You got almost 1 million.
Do you want to post another link to the...
Yeah, I have it here.
If you have time.
I thought I had it. Saved in the page.
Oh. All right. Dave also has in his project pile a Barracuda, which is another Roger Sharp design. So the link that Dave just posted was for anyone that didn't hear. That was recorded at Expo 2019 in like the main hallway, and Roger was walking by while we were streaming this, and he was gracious enough to spend a couple hours with us, and part of that was kind of giving a recorded tutorial with us. So. Oh. Oh, come on.
Dax Hunter Jordan.
Dax Hunter.
Yeah.
Kirk says, that's a couple hours of his life you won't get back.
Come on.
Bobby shares suppose him a paparazzi got some hot leads.
I suppose maybe playing a game that he could play at home all the time, I guess. Maybe, I don't know. It was actually quite memorable for him too. So
we know Kirk Hobbs. We got pretty thick skin. Whack. Get it.
oh no!
No.
I do like that sudden death round. It's kind of a cool bonus. Talk about a butt kicking.
Yeah. Yeah, and this game in particular is in amazing condition. Dave's got a real nice specimen.
Yeah, this actually there was some wear and tear on it when I got it, but I went through and did few minor touch up around like the teeth and stuff like that. But I think there was one in the top area. I had to touch up some of the girls up top. But overall, it turned out pretty dang nice.
Buffalo Pinball, how's it going? It is a great looking Cyclops indeed.
That was a pretty nice compliment. That I think that was one of the first things that Roger said when he came and looked at the game. First thing out of his mouth was, "Dang, this is nicer than the game I have at home," which it likely.
Yeah, Kevin, it's pretty cool. Dave had that made, the neon.
Oh, yep. Oh, can they see? Yeah, they can see it. Oh, cool. Which likely, his game just came right from the factory to his house. So, I mean, you would think that he has a home use only Cyclops.
Wobbly Chair wants to get the right shoulder of the Cyclops to see the condition. Don't report this. This is science. So there you go.
See the condition.
The funny thing is that is actually supposed to be Roger's wife.
Yes. It's like I think when Jeff Teolis was playing with it, and it was him and.
That was all for you, Wobbly.
And
you asked so nicely.
And Josh, and he was joking. I think it's if you watch the whole stream, and I remember him saying, "Is like, does it bother you every time you play this game that you're staring at your mom's butt?"
It was a different time.
Right. I do have another game plan game still in the project file. I have a Attila the Hun.
Oh yeah, that's right, you do.
Yep. It's the last one I had, and we streamed Lizard. That was the last game plan.
Hey Dakota Mike, how's it going? Yep, Cyclops. Cyclopes. Cyclopes.
Well, it's the plural. Because there's more than one.
That's true.
I'm sure it was something to do with, having the two 4-bank drop targets. So they had to do that.
It's like what Bear a core with a double R.
Right. Right. Well, I guess the story behind that, it was supposed to be Las Vegas.
Yeah.
And...
Ooh, nice, man, Mark.
I'm not sure. I'd have to get the backstory.
This guy nice. Put on a clinic. Oh no! I'm sorry for talking.
Yeah, no,
that was my fault.
But it's pretty neat to hear some of the backstory of what games were supposed to be, and then they didn't happen, and then they changed, and we had to do this or that. Those stories are really interesting to me.
Mm-hmm.
Like, oh, we were gonna put this in there, and then that didn't work out. And like I was just listening to one for Funhouse where they had a clock in there, and then they
like an actual physical clock.
Right, and then that ended up in Twilight Zone later.
Yeah, Nap Arcade. I played Attila the Hun. I played. So in rounds, I played Attila the Hun, I played Andromeda, Lizard. I know I didn't play Cyclops in Pinburg. Maybe
We're
those
just talking about game playing games that you played.
That I played. Well, that I played at Pinburg. He's talking about replay.
Oh, okay.
Maybe that's it.
Well, they didn't make a whole heck of a lot of full size pinball machines. Game Plan actually made a heck of a lot more
cocktails. Yeah.
Than anything. So they were.
Yeah, how's it going, man? Good to see you. Hope you're doing well. Hope you're having a fantastic Friday. Dakota Mike says the displays look like they came off an old calculator.
Well, so that's another cool thing that Game Plan did before anybody else. They have LED displays, and now what's everybody putting into their old Valleys and Williams games? Putting LED displays in because they run a lot cooler and they run a lot longer than the gas ones. So that's what's nice is that usually
Awesome.
Game Plan.
Happy to hear that.
The Game Plan displays work really nice. The only thing I've ever seen with them is like the edge connector. You might have to repin that. But otherwise, the displays seem to work no problem. Nope. Ooh, there's one. No!
Wobbly Chair says Diner had a real coffee maker and had too many issues. Yeah, that was the early versions. They had the Mr. Coffees.
What's that? Diner?
C&K says there was one company that had Nixie tunes. Not sure which one.
Nixie tunes? What was it?
Nixie tunes.
I don't know what that is.
C&K, can you clarify what you mean? Oh, tubes. Tubes.
Oh, those things. Yeah, for the displays. Who was that? Somebody in Spain?
Come on.
It was definitely not an American one.
Ender?
Maybe.
That's the only Spanish company. Well, besides Sonic.
Well, yeah. Well, there was a
But
few.
that would have been. Did Sonic even do
Or was
Solid State?
was it in Brazil?
Taito?
Maybe.
But Sonic never did Solid State, did they? They only did EM, right?
No, they did. Taito?
No, Sonic in Spain.
They did. They had Gamatron.
That was right.
Yep, they did. So
You're
that
right.
was.
You're right.
They did some solid.
I don't know what I'm talking about.
You're terrible.
Why don't you just quit pinball? You're fired. You're suspended.
It's okay, Ryan. You can slip up once in a while. But no, they went on and did even more. So they actually had some modern ones. I was looking those up. They did one of the last ones they did was like a Star Wars one, and then they had like some motorcycle, like a racing one. So they had some modern. Sonic made some modern ones with
Scribble
ramps and
says someone
stuff.
modded a Bally Star Trek with Nixie. Dakota Mike, the very center down here is a
Yes.
skull.
Yeah,
Correct.
of a Cyclops. Yep. It's got the same teeth and stuff. That was pretty creative. They used the 1, 2, 3, and 4x angle, so that's supposed to be like the teeth, which is pretty creative.
C&K says, I can't remember how many titles Deep Root put out, let alone foreign countries.
There you go.
There's just so many. I just can't name them all.
Very well put.
Remember that classic? Oh no! No! You know, I wonder. Do you think they'll end up selling the titles, the designs, or whatever that they got? I bet
They're
do.
still talking like they're doing something, aren't they?
Come on, get in there! Get in there!
Uh,
Not enough.
Well,
I
at
don't
least we
know.
haven't gotten it stuck up there yet.
Yeah. Only once so far. Or twice.
I
once.
came close.
Probably just needs a little bit more pitch to it. Yeah, that's right. Albany Pit. Yes, they had.
Well, I remember Gamatron. What
Yeah,
else
the
was there?
Gamatron for sure, but there was some other ones. Like I thought they had like that motorcycle one. I'm not sure it was working.
Well, because I remember some of the Ender games there,
Yeah.
and I'm
But
trying to remember
there's-
what else.
I was just looking up some of those titles the other day and like, oh, that
Pole position.
Yes, pole position was one. But there's a motorcycle theme. I was just looking these up the other day, and because they look.
Oh, so close.
I think it was because I was looking up just some weird titles. Because our friend Neo has got a.
Get in
Has
there.
got a weird, a very
It's
unique,
going crazy.
title game coming that we'll need to go over and
Stream.
record.
Yes. Or record, rather, yes. Not stream. Maybe one day Neo can get better internet, or 5G will be out where he lives, and I can use my hotspot.
Either way, it's going to be really cool to do that game.
Well, yeah, that game for sure. But it's such a bummer to not be able to stream at Neo's house because he's got such an awesome, unique lineup of games.
Yeah, Ron, yes, that's true, Alvin. He did buy a bunch of those Spanish games, and I'd like to be able to raid that collection. Too.
Yeah.
He must have just got like a whole container load of them. But I don't know, some of them, when I actually got to play some of them, I don't know, I wasn't like
He didn't have Metal Man there, did he?
No.
Because the first time I ever played, first and only time I played Metal Man is at Neo's, and that game is super fun.
Yeah, it's fun. Wish I knew how fun that X-Force was before he sold the dang thing.
Well, so
But you don't really know until you play them.
so Neo had 2 X-Forces, and I was gonna buy one off of him, and then I backed out like a jag because I was worried about if it broke, if I'd be able to find parts, and
I think it had all Zach boards in it.
yeah, it was all Zach.
But I had no
got a new
idea
score.
until you explain the rules and you get to experience what it's supposed to do. That's when it becomes more fun to me.
Mm-hmm.
So just batting the ball
Well,
around a couple of times,
but
you
like-
don't really get a good feel for it.
But even looking at the X-Force layout, like, it's got a lot of stuff going on. Like, that game's packed.
Well, and I love the unique things that were done on the game specifically that I've never seen ever done before. Where
Well, that shooter lane diverter is, or that kickback diverter.
the kickback diverter was really cool. It was basically a piece of plastic with a down post, and what they did was the whole piece was part of the playfield, and it would move up and down, and you could either, if the down post went down, you could go over it and it would go up a ramp, but if it was up, it was
Like a kick out.
yeah, it was like
Kickback.
it kicked it into the playfield. So it was a really neat use of the space. They also had a really unique way of using posts where they were actually scoring instead of it being a rubber post where you just brick off of it. There was actually it was like a little joystick, a very tiny like toggle switch, and on the underside it was an upside down spoon of a pop bumper, and what it would do is when you hit it, it would detonate the ball. So rather than the ball hitting the post and flying back at you, it would give, and then it would register points. So you get points for posts.
But you had to hit them to like do stuff in the game. It wasn't like they just did points.
Right.
They help you progress through doing things in the game.
Yeah. So it was a very, very creative way of using it. And I also liked it had this weird like
Juggle kind of.
Yeah. So there was
volleying, I guess.
you know how in Taxi they have a that, and maybe in Radical too, where it spins around the whirlpool thing. So there's something like that in the helicopter, but once you shot it in there, it takes time for it to get to the bottom. Well, while it's going, you have a ball that kicks back and forth.
In the back.
It's just a captive ball, and all it does is kick back and forth. And depending on how long you're in that whirlpool thing. So just a creative use of space that I've never seen done before.
Lord Dog says, I need those posts that score. Posts are my best shot. Then X-Force is the game for you.
Just so you must love No Fear.
And if you love the art on Spy Hunter, then you would love the art on X-Force, because it's completely ripped off.
Ah.
C&K says, can we seriously talk about the art and the feet issue?
The feet?
Because if you look at how the feet are,
yeah, it's.
Well, her leg's being twisted. She's in pain.
Nobody said it was like the greatest art in the world, but.
Blorb Dog, there was one close up, and we did that because Wobbly asked nicely.
Gun.
So, Dave, do you have any like cool acquisition story with this, or is it just you saw it and you bought
actually, I do.
Well, good thing I brought it up.
Oh, so it was a pretty awesome story, and a use of it's about this hobby is great with making friends, and and so I made friends with one of the biggest collectors in Kansas City, and he bought my Viking. I had a Bally Viking that I fixed up, and he just kept harping on me to get it, and he had made friends with another pinball friend of mine. He had done some buying and selling with him, and so he knew that I had this game, and he'd just kind of every once in a while prod me for this Viking. So finally I sold the thing to him, and we kept in contact, and I had gone down there for work and went over to his house and made friends with the guy. Well, Craigslist, this pops up, and just like when I say it's a one-off house, like somebody that's not really into pinball, but they have a couple of games. So it was this and Barracora at the same house. I would have snatched them both up. He wanted more than I wanted to pay for the Barracora, but I wanted this. And so I called up my friend. It's like, can you run over there and like snatch this thing? And to my surprise, he was more than willing to do so. He had no idea what it was. It's just some weird game. And so he picked it up for me, and he held it for, I don't know, 2-3 weeks or something until I was able to get it. But yeah, it's all about making friends, connections that you know, you never know who's going to be able to help you out in a situation. So that was a pretty cool relationship story.
Ah, friends.
Yes. I'm sure he still has that Viking. I don't know. I guess the Viking had some cool sounds to it. I really loved the spinner sound on Viking. That was fun. It had the spinner right up the middle. I wouldn't say that I went crazy for it like some people do.
Well, Mark, while you're playing, I'll distract you.
Okay.
So you never played this game until you came over here, right?
No, I never heard of it until last time I was here.
So what do you think about the game?
I
Seeing
think-
as how it's something we've never even really.
I think it's really awesome.
Yeah,
If they repopped it, I'd buy one.
it's fun. I enjoy it.
I imagine if they put in some, like, you know, they modernized it, put some, you know, remastered like sounds and cool
Yeah.
stuff in it.
You could use a couple little different sounds. I love the sounds that are in it right now.
Yeah,
You know, like some little talking
Yes.
or something.
yeah. I would think if they did a reproduction of this, it would make sense. Like,
I guess-
why wouldn't you modernize? You know,
guess-
use the technology you got. You could add some more to the code. You know, Roger even said to him in that video, it's like, I wish you would have done more with the eyes, the captive ball up top. You know, but you got to think, this is 1985. Like, there's only so much space that you have on the ROMs for code.
Yeah.
So
I
you
guess
know,
a question I have now is who owns the rights to Game Plan?
I have no idea.
It's kind of like they faded away and no one talks about them.
No idea. I'm sure I could find out.
Ask Roger.
That's who I would ask.
Yeah.
I knew it.
I wonder. He's got to know.
Oh.
You know, because he's even said that on like he's tried to buy a pinball company when they were like going under. I think he tried to buy Williams.
Did we talk about Gottlieb or?
And yup, he tried to buy Premiere or at least get investors or something like that. Try to save him. He's a guy that just absolutely is in love with pinball and wants to see it succeed. Always has been.
I wish Williams wouldn't have died. I really wish. I love the Williams games.
Oh yeah, I mean, I think it was just, you know, the whole uprise of the gambling, and it was just more. It was worth more money.
CNK says, "Do you know the Broken Token guys, Brett and Whitney?" I mean, not personally, but yes.
Mark is so quiet. Yes, I am quiet tonight for some reason. I don't know.
I double flipped and drained myself.
Oh, it's me again?
No.
Yeah, now I'm not quiet.
Speaking of which, for those who don't know, Mark here has his own YouTube channel, Mark's Basement Arcade. So if you want to go give that a peek. And he also streams EM Tech on TVMGC on Twitch Sundays at 2 p.m. Central.
Yep. love this game.
Guy's unconscious.
We haven't got to any monster bonus yet. There's a cool sound when you get to the monster bonus. 117.
And it's over.
Try to focus on that this game.
Nice.
Not a good
Your
high score,
bonus
last one.
was pretty much what your score was.
That isn't as good. No, my last one was almost 900,000 something.
Nice.
I'm gonna focus more on drops this time.
Do it.
So to get to the monster bonus, you have to hit down all the drops and all the stand-ups, and then it'll light the center target, which is a deadly shot, but it's going to increase this on top of your regular bonus.
And
And
all the time I've just been trying to keep the ball alive.
yeah.
Game nights is next week if anybody's going.
Oh, that's correct.
I should be there at least one of the days.
That's the game nights lock-in?
Yeah.
Well, they got rid of the lock-in name because it confused so many people.
Oh, okay.
So now it's just game nights.
Okay.
Which will be next Friday and Saturday. And CC and the Music Factory is going to be Friday.
Oh, you know what? I'm really glad you brought that up because I need to email Gary back
Yeah.
because he emailed me yesterday and I did not get back to him yet. So thanks for bringing
Oh.
that. Totally jogged my memory.
I've never seen him before, but I want to see him.
Gary?
No, I've seen Gary before, but no, CC and the Music Factory. I want to see him. So everybody dance now. Lethal Weapon 3 game.
They're gonna make it perform and then make them play the game.
Yeah. The Lethal Weapon 3 will be there courtesy of the Garcade.
Nice.
When we were fixing the pinball machines, I found out about it.
C&K, I don't know if I'd say ripped off. Maybe inspired is a better way of putting it.
What?
Talk about Rick and Morty with the pop bumper. I mean, this isn't the only game with a pop bumper like this. I mean, Andromeda is similar, but I don't think you can't drain with the Andromeda one, can you? Or is that just you can't drain on the right side?
I'll have to look.
But
But
remember Spanish Eyes too.
Yeah.
yeah, so I'm sure there was inspiration from.
And then I think
some
Sharpshooter
of
was
the-
kind of like that too, wasn't it?
Yes, some of the EM era had pop bumpers in deadly areas, so I don't know if anybody's really replaced a slingshot with it like that. And Rick and Morty, it's a safer thing because it's really Rick and Morty blocks this whole side. So it really does act more like a slingshot, whereas this one, it can.
Well, the nice
It
thing it's
will
got the
fire-
ball save too, though, on Rick and Morty.
Right,
Yeah.
right. So this one is more deadly because you've seen it happen several times. It'll just fire it right down the drain or right out the out lane for you. So,
Yeah, Black Hole's similar-ish.
yeah, yep. There's one.
I guess you could say Paragon.
Yeah, Paragon has
Paragon's
that.
kind of crazy too in the Beast Layer.
The Beast Layer, yep, very similar. It's not in
And
place of a
Paragon did
slingshot
precede
though.
this game. I do like Paragon a lot, though. I think it's a totally good one.
I don't think I've ever played one.
No? Oh, it's a must.
So many games I hear about, like Fathom, I just played that today. It's the first time I've ever played that. There's been so many games I've seen. You only got so many quarters in your pocket.
Yeah.
Oh no! Oh, and I'm scheduled to have a Ladies Flip Wisconsin tournament here,
Oh, that's right.
October 2nd, 6th, something like that. I'll have to look. I have it written down.
Dave will be hosting his very first tournament in this space.
Oh, look at that!
This
2
guy.
and 1.
This guy.
I only got two more. So I got one stand up here and one up there, and then I'll be able to hit for the monster bonus to add to the monster bonus. So that's what I'm going for.
Well, don't
There's
screw it up.
one. I gotta get a blue. There it is. Now I gotta get the center target.
Now, do you have to do it in multi-ball, or does it
No.
save?
Come on, no. Come on.
Dave. You're scaring me.
Scaring me.
There
There
you
it
go.
is.
No, that's the stream. Clip that.
Oh, I got it. All right, so it's gonna give the sound at the end of this.
Okay.
Cool. You guys didn't know that, but that's what you were all waiting for. And Dave delivered.
Well, there's something about just having that good sound integrated into a game that makes it cool. The spinner sounds like early solid state. That's why everybody
man.
loves early Sterns.
Yep.
The spinner
Stearns and
sounds are
Gottlieb. Yeah, I would
amazing.
even say Gottlieb.
Yes,
Stern
Gottlieb.
and Gottlieb, man, they nailed their sound effects.
Yeah,
on
we
the
did
spinner.
Genesis last time we were here. That had an awesome sound package on it. You know,
Like even the spinner on Alien Star is just so good.
Flight 2000.
Yep.
I love the spinner on Flight 2000.
Yeah, that's why I think sound is so important on a pinball machine.
Yeah.
It's one of those things where it just enhances the gameplay, and if you don't have a strong sound package, I think it takes away from it a little bit.
It's just the sound, even when you're doing
Oh,
anything
come
like
on.
this one with the heartbeat, you still got some sound when you're not doing anything. That's what I like.
Sound like two right feet to me.
Right. No, I think that was a great addition when
C&K can't get over the feet on this game.
Oh.
Next time we'll put like painter's tape over it.
There's like I don't really understand, up in here in the pop bumper section, is that like a torture chamber? Are they eating them? What's going on? I think that's
Oh, that's not blood, that's wine. They spill wine.
so
Yeah, it's like a torture chamber, kind of.
well, because they're chained up and they're obviously taking them to like a lair kind of thing, and
Yeah.
then
Probably delicious.
Roger's going to the rescue, and then there's they burnt the town and everybody's pissed off at them.
Yeah, why do you need to chain them up and just pop them in their mouth?
Or
Maybe it's like a spider. They keep them around for a little while and tenderize them.
Or maybe we're misunderstanding. Maybe Roger stole their women, and they're bringing them back.
oh, it's like you're stealing their women. Well, they're obviously eating them. So, what is all these bones doing here? Those aren't Cyclopes bones. They're eating them.
Ooh, C&K, yeah. I'm a fan of Defender as well. I like that game. Too bad it's really expensive.
Yeah.
Live Catch says he's back from a good 6 billion game on Batman 66, and he will stream Hot Wheels soon.
All right.
We should stream Hot Wheels. We've been streaming a long time.
We haven't, and I can tell you there's a code update coming soon that'll be pretty
Way
fun.
to spoil it.
Well, I didn't say anything about it, but I know what it's gonna be. I'm sure I'll be one of the first to get it.
I feel like over time I've gotten better at it, like you're supposed to. But like the first time I played that game, or first few times, I'm like, this game is so freaking fast.
That's what I was just telling him today. That game is so fast.
Well, I guess it should be. Next card.
Yeah.
But yeah, it can be a pretty brutal game at times. I think it'll be a good tournament game.
That's right, Marlon. Code alert. New code.
Well, I think people will be pretty happy when the next code drops. For all 3 of the games, there's going to be.
Oh, you mean I sold my Oktoberfest too soon?
Uh-huh.
You jerk.
It's okay.
So for anyone who doesn't know, I sold my Oktoberfest a week ago today. And,
Yeah.
ooh, nice. I am getting a P3 to replace my Oktoberfest.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Ruh-roh.
Oh, hamburgers.
There it goes. There it goes.
So I'm looking forward to that. I did not let go of Oktoberfest because I don't like it. I do. That's why I bought it. But since I wanted a P3, and Dave has literally all the American pinball games down the street from me, it kind of made perfect sense to let go of it because I can still come over here and play it whenever I want. So,
Yeah, then I can try a P3. Because honestly,
everybody's winning.
When do you get to play one? Shows,
until
right?
Bill got his was at shows, yeah. I only played it at shows.
Right, because you never see him on location. You only see him in collectors' houses. So how do you, if you don't go to shows, how do you know what it is?
See, in cases, what's the chance of a Munsters update? 1 in 1,000?
Well, I don't have any control over that.
Marlon, Dave just said all the American pinball games are getting a code update. That's correct.
Yeah,
Or am I misquoting you?
Shortly, I think we'll roll it. They probably won't be all at once, but I've seen what it's going to be. So there's going to be some nice additions that I think people will really enjoy. So,
Well, good.
yeah,
I like when companies still support their games long after they've been out.
yeah.
And to talk about P3, since I can, because I'm playing, I had played P3 countless times at shows, I'm sure like most of you have, and I was kind of like, I mean, I see the potential, but there was nothing that made me go, here, take all my money so I can have this. And over time, things would get a little better, and Cosmic Cart really interested me, but I was like, I'm still not there yet. But then after Heist came out, that really kind of made me take it a lot more serious. So Heist being what it is, and then all the other things like the online multiplayer, the Twitch integration, which for a streamer actually has value, and then the fact that like Nick Baldridge makes extra games for current modules like Ranger in the Ruins, and then his one he just announced today. I feel like there's enough value for me personally that I was like, all right, I'm ready to pull the trigger on this, so I pulled the trigger today. So, oh, too bad that wasn't lit. So I'm draining as I flap my gums.
What does that mean?
Better not just be adding Scorbit. I have no intention of getting Scorbit right now.
For what?
Anything.
For P3? Or just anything?
In general.
Oh, it's pretty expensive, isn't it?
Yeah.
Now, isn't it's like more for operators to like be able to tracks earnings and change settings?
Kevin says, I want to let you know I'm playing my P3 right now. Thank you, Kevin. You have made me more sure of my purchase. Thank you. But in all seriousness, I am really looking forward to getting it. It's, I guess I'll word it this way. As someone who really wants to see innovation in pinball, I don't know how I could say that and not have a P3, because I feel like they're actually really doing some awesome innovations. So, putting my money where my mouth is.
I'm gonna put money on a deep root. That's innovation right there.
Well, we'll see. We'll see if anything happens. Marlon, you should totally import a P3. That'd be awesome. And then we could play online together. Are you...
Yeah, go.
There we go.
All right. Ooh, one bank down. Come on.
I actually had some people message me because I had hinted that I was selling Oktoberfest to get something else, and people were trying to guess what it was.
They thought it was, there was, who was it? They said, they thought it was, I was selling mine. I was like, well, oh, nice.
Extra ball, lucky.
Ooh, extra ball.
Ooh-wee, Dave, extra ball.
On ball one.
I've heard before.
On ball one. Oh, and I got the center. The center's lit.
But I think I actually, like, really surprised some people, and they found it was a P3.
Come on. Nope. There it is.
Nice.
Two extra balls.
Cheers.
Well, that's the stream.
Yeah.
You should get a scorebit for this game and try to play people online.
Right?
Cheers.
All right. Gonna get the super skill shot and get the lock on the plunge. Oh,
so
no!
close. Robbed.
Oh.
You were robbed. Did you just get another one because?
I don't know. I think so.
That game's broke. No, you're cheating. You're not supposed to have two.
I don't think that's it. Oh! Oh, spinner's lit. Spinner's lit. Got one more drop or stand up top.
No. Oh my goodness.
Wow.
That.
There is no tilt pop.
Well, that's in the
Yes,
stream.
there is.
Dude, you rocket says my problem with scorebit is the fun of pinball is face to face with people playing together. Once it goes web, a lot of the face to face plays going away. Just a theory. I don't mind so much the whole online thing. I mean, I'm getting a P3.
Oh man.
It's just for me, it's the price. But I'm not saying it's a bad product. I'm just saying I'm not looking to get involved with it right now. Not that I won't ever. Oh, but I mean, I don't really do anything with Pindigo, so I don't know.
I just put my high scores on there whenever I get one. That's all I do with it. Just it's
I guess-
like me tracking my own scores too.
Yeah, I'm not like a big score chaser, I guess. Yeah, Novad, exactly. No games are set up identical. It's the same with Pindigo, exactly. Like,
Yeah.
How do you know that I don't have the glass off? I mean, it's whatever. It's, but at the same time, it's pinball. It's not something serious, so Dave's just gonna roll it. That's all he's gonna do here.
Yeah.
Ball one, but it's his 5th ball.
Hey, it's pretty awesome.
But a player isn't light isn't shot again. That's not lit this time.
Oh.
Yeah, C&K. I don't know. We'll see how it all pans out. I mean, a lot of people have it, so it's not like it's. I mean, there's definitely a
Nice first ball.
desire for the product, for lack of a better way of putting it. Borg Dog says, "Nice ball." I concur. That was impressive.
Thank you, thank you.
I do like that Scorbit works with virtually
Why don't I shake
all
the
pinball
game?
machines, though. Even old stuff.
Now that sorcerer that I got at home, I've been playing the hell out of.
Yeah,
Well, I just tore it apart. Man, I love that game.
it's fun.
That game is so fun.
I love the art on that game.
Yeah. Well, you've seen a new playfield. that I
Yeah.
got for it. The
Yeah,
new
I'd love
playfield is beautiful.
I'd love to have just a sorcerer play field and back glass on the wall.
Yeah.
Those are fantastic art on
Now,
sorcerer.
I didn't think that playfield was that bad when it was populated. Now that I got it unpopulated, it's just horrible.
Is that?
Yeah, I understand totally now why the guy wanted a new playfield on it. I look at it and it's just beat and dirty and cruddy looking. And that new one is just so crisp.
Are you doing a swap for somebody?
Yeah. Sure, I got that other Flight 2000.
Yeah.
Traded the Flight 2000 for it. Like a
What about 9-ball Borg Dog?
Oh, come on.
Maybe I missed it.
I got a Flight 2000, a brand new black back glass for it, and a full set of plastics for the Flight 2000 for doing the playfield swap.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Sweet.
So he didn't pay really nothing for the Flight
And,
2000, so it was a win for him.
everybody, yeah.
Yeah.
Kim's asking what are the modules that come with the P3?
So what
So
I'm
it's
getting
flexing.
personally is I'm getting Heist and Cosmic Kart Racing, and then I'm going to most likely get the new module when that comes out. That's that is the current plan. And the added bonus to getting Heist and Cosmic Kart Racing is I also get access to Nick Baldridge's games. And the cool thing is they're only $150 a piece. Like, that's super cheap.
And that's just the programming, right?
Correct. So it uses Range in the Ruins is the Cosmic Kart Racing module, and the new one is it Silver Falls, I believe it's called, uses the Heist playfield. But they're totally different games, just using the modules.
Yeah.
Like, completely. Like, Range in the Ruins is a roguelike game where you're like collecting things and like in a post-apocalyptic world.
Mm.
So like your character's running on the screen, you're hitting shots like collecting things and doing stuff, and it's kind of like an RPG per se. But you're up. Just flapping my gums.
Poor Dog, I didn't get what you were saying with the playfields. I did see that Americo did a 9-ball playfield, but I think some of it wasn't quite right art-wise. I'm sure it's going to be a heck of a lot better than anything that a lot of people have on that game. If you do have that game, it's typically the center of the playfield is blown out. The copy of the game that I have is no different. Not that I couldn't repaint it. I'll have to look at it closer. I might just do it myself if it's not that bad. Because doing a playfield swap is so much more work.
Yeah.
And if I can make it look just as good with the original, and I don't have to take everything off. So
You don't have all the time for that?
well, I think to paint the play field and clear coat it, that's another piece too. But if I'm going to get a Miracle play field and it's going to have clear issues, I'm going to have to re-clear it anyway.
That's true.
I might as well just touch up and clear my own play field if that's the case. Or maybe I could buy it from him just printed and not cleared.
Then clear yourself. Or have Neo do it.
Right. I don't know. I mean,
Cyclops.
no matter how you slice it, it's like you're spending what, $800 on a play field. If you have to go in and re-clear it on top of that, and you have to pay somebody to do it,
Not worth it.
no, I mean, you're going to be spending what, like another $500 to $800 for that.
C&K asked about hardtop.
Hey guys, oh yes, so hardtop is essentially, it's a playfield protector with art on it and adhesive. So I would say if you're doing it to spruce up the game and make it nice again, I think it's a great product. However,
Oh my goodness!
if you're expecting that if you're gonna do a hard top and expect, like, all right, if you were to sit a reproduction playfield restored game next to a hard top restored game, which one would you buy, or which one would get the premium? It's gonna be the reproduction playfield. Just it's just this is more like the original, so it's a cheaper option. I like that the premise behind it is you could make a hard top for games that maybe don't have we were talking about this before the stream, like a Bally Lost World would be a perfect game for that, where it's not, who's going to stick an $800 playfield into a Bally Lost World when the game is probably only worth $1,000? I don't know. I haven't looked at prices lately, but it historically isn't that expensive of a game. So that would be a perfect application for a hardtop. However, if you're going to do, say, a Fathom or an 8-Ball Deluxe, I would much rather see a CPR or reproduction playfield in there that is going to be true to the game and actually add some value to it. That being said, I have seen the hard tops. They are very nice looking when they're done. Just biffed. At least they had a good first ball.
Yeah.
But yeah, they look very nice when they're done. And I think it's a great alternative. It's basically like amping up a shop job. Yeah, I don't know. If Stern, like you're saying, to use that as a production type thing. So we've streamed
Yes.
we streamed games like that. Gottlieb did it.
Now you can catch him.
Yeah.
Essentially, the Gottlieb Vitrograph playfields were essentially that. They're it's a hard top. That's exactly what they are. And so I don't know. I haven't seen the Haggis ones, but that's essentially a very similar type of thing. But yeah, I mean, it would certainly eliminate you eliminate clear coat altogether. The disadvantage to it, though, same thing with Vitrograph playfields, is once they're scratched, they're scratched. You're not gonna fix it. So you can buff it all you want, but it's kind of like Mylar. They're just not. They're not gonna come back to super shiny, super glossy. Like at least with a clear-coated playfield, if you really wanted to, you could buff the thing out, clear it again, whatever you want to do to bring it back to life. So
it's on speaker or something. It sounds like it's coming from.
I don't know. There's pros and cons to all of it.
Seems like a product you throw in a game.
It was just
flipping.
Yeah, well,
yeah, kind
unless
of.
it's
really
the art's just so gone,
Yeah.
and you're like, throw a couple hours of sanding and sticker on, and we're done.
Well, and I would never do a hard top to a playfield that was like mostly. You do that to a game that is blown out.
Yeah.
That would break my heart to see somebody that like had a nice playfield and they sanded it down just because they wanted to stick that hard top on there. Like, all right, fine. It's got a little bit of kick out wear or something. Like, just touch up that one spot.
Yeah.
Should we do one more and pull the plug?
Sure.
All right.
That's right.
What's the thing that goes wick? Like when you get to let you know when you get the bonus round?
I don't know.
Is that the speaker, or is there something actually inside that?
Oh no, that's just the speaker.
Okay, yeah, because it sounds like there's something in the game that makes it.
There's a little guy with a turntable going.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
You gotta feed him Pop-Tarts.
It's a hamster in there. He's also the one hitting the bell.
Yeah.
Do a double duty.
Gotta kick the side of the cabinet once in a while. Hey, get up!
Hey Tim, thanks for the 100 bits. Greatly appreciate it. How's it going? How was your Friday, Tim?
Nice.
I shook it the wrong way, I think.
Well, you both left me a little bit of room to catch up.
I think you should be able to catch up on this one.
Till I insta-drained like last time.
We both did poorly on this one. We chose poorly.
Ooh, doggy.
Oh, your son's graduating. Congrats.
Yeah, congrats. It's awesome, Tim. Ooh, operator Mike dropped games off for the party. It's sweet.
Must be nice to have operator Mike around, dropping off free games. So do you have to? So you have to shop those for him? Is that the deal?
CNK, I'll let you know if I can't handle 15 balls.
So it's not really free.
Truth be told, I can't really handle one, but...
So the deal is he drops them off, you shop them out, and you get to play them for a little bit. That's a pretty sweet deal for him. Well, I guess for you too. Okay. I didn't know. So you like tearing them down, or are you just doing like a quick kind of clean up, and are you like tearing them down completely? Was that a P3 thing, 15 ball multi-ball or something?
Yeah.
They have a trough for that?
Yeah. They don't even know how many balls it can actually handle. It's got... it doesn't have a shooter lane. It shoots balls out from all over the place. Because of the TV screen. The LCD.
Okay. So it's just got like it's got a hopper of them.
It's got a trough with all the balls in it, and it's got kickers that kick them up wherever they need to go.
Oh, that's crazy.
It is crazy.
Huh.
What was that? Apollo 13 had 13 multi-balls, didn't it?
Yep.
That's crazy too. I couldn't even imagine
Yeah, I didn't.
that.
I guess I didn't know that detail, Tim. So I guess that's a pretty good deal.
Oh my goodness.
If you enjoy doing that, tearing them down and cleaning them up, it is a good way for you to be able to experience all different types of games. And it's a win-win for him because he wants them cleaned up for location. So that takes a lot of time and labor if he was to pay somebody to do it. So that's pretty cool.
Am I up?
No.
Oh, so it's a storage thing too. Okay, yeah,
Oh, I got robbed on that.
yeah.
That is the most
That's-
maddening thing in this game that happened.
You gotta. It's all about having that clean shot.
This is ball 3, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright, here we go. I'm gonna try to get the super skill shot.
Do you want to end on this, or do you don't care?
We'll end on this one.
Okay.
No, not even close.
The lock is lit.
I know. I'll never get it.
Have you gotten the lock yet?
Yeah.
You've gotten it before.
Yep.
Yeah, Owl Anonymous. I think this is.
Hey,
one
what's
of those.
what's
one
going on,
of
Owl
those
Anonymous?
Huh? One of those unicorns that Mark. I think a lot of people have on their list. If they went to Pinburg and got to play it, you understand that it's a super fun game.
Yeah, exactly, Owl Anonymous. They're kind of juggling the ball up and flipping that spinner over and over again. The mini flipper.
Yep.
Oh, no!
Yeah, Tim, this one's new. A new company called Game Plan.
It's their first game. 1 second left.
I help them with tech repair once in a while.
They're all right.
Yeah, they're okay.
Couple of new guys. Yeah, Owl Anonymous. Andromeda's awesome too. I would love to have either one of them. Well, I think with that, we're going to pull the plug. Thank you all for the subs, the follows, the bits. All that means a lot to us. We enjoy hanging out with all of you. Thanks for taking the time on a Friday night to watch us do what we do. And, of course, thank you, Mark, for coming and being a part of it. You can go to YouTube and look up Mark's Basement Arcade. You can check him out there. Or TVMGC, who we're going to raid.
Ooh.
Sundays at 2 p.m. Central Time, you can watch Mark do EM repair work, we're very fortunate to have him around locally. He does a lot of good stuff around here. So, yes, Owl Anonymous, definitely check out the VOD. I think we're about over 2 hours-ish. And, Dude, You Rocket, thank you for hanging out with us. But anyways, check out TVMGC if you're not doing so. We always try to give our local show a plug and help them out the best we can because we really like them. So,
See you, everybody.
See ya.